After watching this video, I'm gonna need some of you men to come to the front. We gotta have a conversation.
You know, it surprises me the amount of men that have said this to me, both online and in person. Like, I even had someone recently who was just like, because this was like somebody local, like in person. And then so I was explaining to my situation, like, oh, I'm not trying to get into anything. I'm just going through some life stuff, trying to get my life back on track. That's all I'm focused on. And the person proceeds to say, oh, you could just stay with me. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm in a hotel. You understand? Like, oh, no, just come stay with me. Oh, no, because, I got kids. And, when I say that, that should automatically be like, oh, okay, I understand. You don't want to have your kids around anyone strange, any strangers or stuff like that, people you don't know. Because this is someone I just met. You understand? Only been around them for a total of maybe 10, 15 minutes. You understand? And they was like, oh, okay, well, I got an extra bedroom. You could come stay with me and all stuff.
So you meet a homeless lady with kids, and within 15 minutes, you're asking this lady to come stay at your house. And it's not because she's a single mother and you just want to help. It's because she's fine and you're hoping one day you can date her / sleep with her.
You are something else. You know that? You are something else.
And I'm like, nah, like, I literally do not know you. Like, you understand? He was like, oh, well, we can get to know each other. And then, like, over time, you can come stay with me. Nah, like, I remember about the third time of me saying no.
Nigga!
He continues to go, well, if you ever, come up short or don't have enough for a hotel room, blah, 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 you can always stay with me. Like I literally avoid a whole bus now just in case he's driving that bus that day. Like, it's giving predatory. It's giving weird.
It's also giving stupid. All right, let's not leave that part out. It's giving stupid.
And then he was on. It was just too much. Because then he went on to be like, oh, we could just be together. You could be my man. You doing too much. But one thing I learned in life is that there's two different types of men. You understand? Like, maybe three, okay? Because some just don't really give a crap at all. You have the ones who will be like, oh, you can come stay with me. And then you have the ones who be like, oh, how much does it cost? I can help you with this, that, and the third. You understand? Blah. But not, no, come stay with me. You understand? I remember someone tried to gaslight me one time, talking about, oh, how much money you can save, if you take someone's offer, by going to stay. I'm like, do you understand the nonsense behind this of staying with someone you don't know? And then on top of that, I have kids. I have no idea what type of danger I am putting my kids in just to save a few bucks. Like, be for real. Like, that also just shows no self-respect on your end, because why are you so comfortable taking in a person who you don't know, you just met, into your home? Your home is supposed to be like your sacred space. You understand? Your home is supposed to be, where you lie your head. You not have like self-respect for yourself. Like, why would you just take in just like people? I could be I could be a horrible person. I remember how one person say to me, oh, well, you know what? I feel like I can trust you.
This mother right here.
Like, how can you trust me? I just met you. Oh, I just feel like I can trust you.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
No, that don't even make me trust you, because why are you so comfortable? Like, I like people who have self-respect for themselves. No self-respecting person is just gonna, like, have somebody just randomly come live with them. You understand? Unless they know them, unless they family, friends. You understand? They know them for a good bit. You understand? Stuff like that. But not just somebody just random. Like, no, just no. Like, after that, you just kind of weird in my eyes. Like, just stop. It's getting desperate.
I disagree with her on the last part when she said he's giving desperation. I don't agree with that at all, because he is desperate. He ain't giving nothing. It is there, okay? It's right on the table. And I'm pretty sure that man would do it again if another pretty homeless single mother showed up. Now, personally, I think this is insane. I don't mind somebody trying to help a homeless person out, maybe giving them directions to a homeless shelter, or maybe giving them a couple dollars to help them get a hotel. Something small, I understand that if you're doing it from the place of just trying to help somebody out. But if you're trying to date these women, you're an idiot. I am not saying she's a bad person. That is not what I'm saying. What I am saying is you are setting yourself up for disaster if she is a bad person. Just like she said, she could be a horrible person. And if she is, all hell's gonna break loose, sir. I'm always talking about how hard it is to get somebody out your house once they up in there. But apparently he don't care about that. That man is thinking with his little head and not his big head in that moment. He sees an opportunity and he's going for it. This right here, and for anybody who is confused, this right here is what simps do. Men who have any respect for themselves, they're never gonna do this. I know a lot of you watched that movie Pretty Woman with Richard Gere when he took that hooker in and made her his girlfriend and all this. That's all movie simp stuff right there. Men who actually like themselves, they're not gonna put themselves in this situation. And this is not even just me saying it. She said it. She said this man has no respect for himself. Why would he do that? She's basically calling him a simp. And to be honest with you, if she didn't have those kids, she probably would have went and stayed at his house, used them, juiced them, played them, whatever she would have did to him, and she would have bounced. But she didn't do it because she has kids. And I want to talk about that. Much respect to this young lady to understand how dangerous that is. You don't just go up in somebody's house just because you're in a bad situation. If a man is offering to do that, you don't know how stable this brother is. Just understand that. So I love the fact that she was able to see that and understand that in that moment. It's not all about you. You don't put your kids in that situation. Anything could happen to those children or anything could happen to you. You go up at a strange man's house, you just don't know what you're going to do. So I love the fact that she was able to understand her surroundings and not put herself or her children in that situation. I don't know why she's homeless or why she's in that situation, but taking your kids to go stay with a strange man can definitely make it worse. She's probably going to get herself out of that situation. But that is not the responsibility of some strange man who just showed up out of nowhere. Well, actually, she said one of the men was her bus driver. But either way, it is not the job of a man to get you out of that situation. And just to be clear, she said multiple men have offered her this. So it isn't just that bus driver. There's other men who offer her the same deal. But this is what I really wanted to talk about. And I want to talk to the men. When I see men online and they hate all women and all women are this, all women are that, in a lot of those situations, it comes from them behaving like this. Let me clarify. What I mean is they go after women they shouldn't be going after. That woman do exactly what a lot of women do, and then he'll turn around and say all women this, all women that. If you are putting yourselves in this situation, that's just what's going to happen. I am not saying you can't go out there and find a good girl and get dogged out. We all know that's true too. But the chances are way higher when you're putting yourselves in situations like this. We gotta pick better, fellas. We gotta stop picking based on TNA. I keep saying that. She seems to be a pretty girl. So there are a lot of men out there who are willing to risk it all for a chick like this, and they will put themselves in a bad situation, then come online crying about it later. All I'm saying is we gotta start thinking and being better when it comes to picking the type of women we want to invest in. Because this would have been a bad investment for whoever was gonna do it. Whatever got her in that situation, she needs to figure that out, then she'll be ready to date. Because even if some guy came along and they started going out, dating, whatever, and she did move into his house, you already know deep down why she's there. When people are desperate, they will date all types of people in that situation. And you don't want to be on the other end of that. You need to let that person figure it out. And I'm saying this because I know there are men out there and they do have big hearts and they do like to help and they do see a woman in a situation and they want to jump in there. But every situation ain't meant for you to jump in, sir. Stop being the captain, save them. It's just not a smart way to date. And if you men want to have better quality women, you're gonna have to start picking better too. I'm always telling women they gotta pick better. Fellas, we gotta do better than this. Just because she's pretty, just because she got a nice body does not mean she's the girl you need to be trying to invest in. So fellas, next time you're out and about in the streets or in the store or whatever and you run across a dime piece, but she got more issues than Playboy magazine, I'm gonna need you to do me a favor and
Keep on moving, don't stop,
because that is not the one for you. But anyway, leave your thoughts in the video. Appreciate you watching. See you next time.